Here we are, guys. We're live. We're fully vaccinated.
Hell yeah.
We're clean shaven.
And does anything look a little differently to you, everybody?
I'll give you a little hint, judging by how loud I am.
Yeah. Actual microphones. Audio microphones.
Yeah?
In these
We're
channels.
getting a little fancy here. I didn't wear my tux today. I'm just not feeling that kind of fancy today.
Yeah. I'm not that kind of fan.
That ship has sailed a long time ago.
Exactly.
That's all I'm going to say. Let me actually turn down my audio real quick. Alright. Hello, guys. Welcome to our SCN National Championship Special. I'm Brian. There's Jason. Of course, we might have Zach. Who knows? To all of you watching who don't normally watch on YouTube, a welcome to you. So,
Yeah.
we'll
Don't
see.
be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed by our ugly faces. That's my warning to you.
Even after we shaved.
I know, I don't look like Mountain Man anymore. But anyway, here we go. It's the national championship. It's going to be Baylor versus Gonzaga. Oh boy, I did not expect what happened in that UCLA game. I apologize if I made a very bad slip up, but
It's alright, we're live.
Jalen Suggs, just phenomenal shot. I couldn't
I agree.
I couldn't stay up to watch the game because I had to work at 6 a.m. the next day. But holy crap, what a shot. That had to be right up there with the Jenkins shot a few years ago.
Yeah, that shot was amazing. I saw it on, I want to say on social media, either Facebook or Instagram, and I saw that shot. I'm like, oh, please don't tell me Gonzaga lost. Please don't tell me. I see the layup. They tie the game 90-90.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Then
I
that
think it was-
insane 4-point shot was just, oh my gosh. I got no words for that. That's just heart. That's just courage.
When he heaved that ball up, I'm like, yeah, that ball definitely went in.
That is clutch. And that is the first time, to be honest, all year. I've been shitting on Gonzaga for the longest time, but that is the first time I actually saw them vulnerable.
Yeah, it had to literally take overtime for Gonzaga to win it all.
Yeah.
Not win
And-
it all. Not yet, at least.
And
We don't know for sure.
And
The
I
game
think-
hasn't started yet.
And I think it's just a testament to how good UCLA was. I think there's no argument here. UCLA was the best 11 seed in this, ever. VCU never did this. Syracuse never did this. Other programs never did what UCLA did, and the fact that they took them down to the wire, it just shows right there. Even if there's no championship to show for it, even if it's
Yeah.
the same result as VCU getting knocked out, I'm sorry, you're still the best.
I tell you what, UCLA had, sorry, UCLA had to actually buy their way in and get to the Final Four. They were
Yeah.
the first four. They had to win, basically, to get in the tournament. But you know what,
Yeah.
Brian? You had to know. You didn't think that they were going to get this far with having to basically buy their way into the tournament. You never expected Final Four for an 11 seed team like they were.
I honestly didn't. And to be honest, I thought Gonzaga would be the first seed out. If we can talk about that too. I thought Gonzaga would be the first seed out. They weren't. They proved me wrong. Baylor has the best defense, and I'm going to stick by that statement from a few weeks ago. Baylor has the best defense in this tournament, and I promise you it's going to challenge Gonzaga tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say that Gonzaga has no chance because I've shitted on them all tournament, and they've really proven me wrong. maybe I'm not good at this whole sports thing. No, just kidding.
No, you know what? Honestly, I think this is the first time ever we're doing a turn or doing a bracket where I actually chose the actual final two competitors correctly, and I
Yeah,
chose Gonzaga
I
and
don't
Baylor.
think I've ever done that. So,
So,
for
and
the
then
man who's for a man who doesn't watch college basketball and really doesn't pay attention to it, what the heck, man? You cheating? You get Zach Carmian to help you with this thing? What's
no,
going
not
on?
at all. I just
You pay an
decided to
expert?
go with Gonzaga because I thought that they were gonna get in there, and hey, and then now Baylor was in there. I don't know. For me, it's always like you see the number one seed, you just have to ride with the number one seed, and I just decided to go two
Yeah.
number one seeds in the national championship game. That shows Baylor and Gonzaga because they seem to like the
True.
two likely teams to go in there, and I'll take it. I haven't picked, you know, if this bracket has taught me anything over the last few years that I've been doing it, it's literally like do or die. You just don't know who is gonna win. There's upset city, which there's been a lot of upsets. I mean, Oral Roberts being
Oh yeah, Oral
one of the
Roberts,
teams.
Oregon State, the Beavers. Um,
Yeah, I mean, it's just been it's that kind of tournament, and I will say this year felt different than a lot of other years because you didn't have Kentucky, you didn't have um, Kansas wasn't in it, right? They weren't in the tournament either.
Kansas
And
was,
Kentucky.
but
Kansas
Kansas was. Duke and
Duke
Kentucky
and
weren't.
Kentucky were not.
Bill Self,
So
Bill Self, by the way, from Kansas, just got a lifetime contract at Kansas. They were so afraid of losing him to UNC that he got a lifetime contract at Kansas.
well, apparently UNC actually found their replacement for Roy Williams.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, we'll talk on Sunday.
Actual podcast on
Yeah.
Thursday that will premiere on Sunday.
Shoot.
But
I didn't even plan for this. I don't have a graphic. All right.
no, what I was gonna say is Brian. I
Yeah.
know we were gonna talk a little about the women's. And
Oh,
you know what?
man.
I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to
Yeah,
come
let's
out
hear
here
this.
and admit we were both wrong.
We were
about
wrong.
UConn.
UConn shocked us. To be honest, we sat here, we said it on our show. I'm also going to tell you who else was wrong. Zach Carmian, Nathaniel Thacker, I'm calling them out. They said the same exact thing. This is UConn's show. Although, to be fair, I'm not going to shit on them much because that's everybody's opinion on this. Okay? Everyone knew it was UConn's to lose. Arizona came in. They played with heart. They played with hustle. And I didn't watch any bit of the game. And I feel really bad because I heard the national championship was good. I heard the UConn game was good. Oh, man. This was a shocker. A shocker I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I forgot who it was that beat Arizona, but
Stanford. Stanford is the national champion. The Andrew Luck School.
but if you think about it, that's still in Connecticut, Stanford, Connecticut. So it was still a Connecticut team that won it.
No.
It wasn't the-
Stanford, West Coast Stanford.
Oh, never mind then.
The one that
Well-
Andrew Luck went to.
Oh yes, the
Cardinal.
The famous college that Andrew Luck came out of, and then this was before he had all the injuries and all the other stuff. But
Can I be honest here? I don't follow much women's basketball. Notre Dame, UConn, Louisville, Stanford, Tennessee, Baylor, they're the top six. They're, Baylor, Stanford, they're usually a fringe good team on the women's side. They're a fringe good team. They have a good year, they have a bad year, they have a so-so year, then they have an excellent year. That's kind of how they all rotate it.
yeah.
UConn is the only consistent here. So, congratulations to Stanford. You've earned it. And, I don't know how well you've earned it, considering you didn't play UConn, but hey, I'm not going to shit on you guys too much. It was a great game from what I heard. Arizona has nothing to hang their heads on. You got farther than anybody ever thought you were.
Mm-hmm. Nobody thought that they would beat up UConn.
No,
and that just shows
not
you
at all.
that anybody's willing to beat up. And who knows? UConn, I don't even know if they were undefeated heading into the tournament or not.
I'm not going to lie. I was debating talking about this on the show today. I was heavily debating it. I'm like, should I save this for Sunday? Should I talk about it now? I think now's a good time to talk about it. So, Zach is... I've heard some rumors. Paige Buchers wants to go pro. What's standing in her way? Of course, Paige Buchers, phenom freshman from UConn. She wants to go pro after year one. You can't do that. But here's the kicker. You can't do that after year one in women's.
Oh, really? So it's not like the NBA.
No. You want to know why? You want to know what I say here? If you're going to make that rule on the women's side, it needs to be the same on the men's side.
Make that rule on the men's side, too.
And the men need that rule because there are too many kids that go to college. I'm going to be honest here. Your chances of going to the NBA are far, far, far less than your chances of going into hockey, baseball, football. Baseball, you probably have the best odds of going pro, and that's not by much. But I only say that because baseball, there's 70 or 80 rounds in the draft. I don't know, but there's an astronomical amount. Football, there's 7 rounds. There's 400-something picks.
Yeah.
Basketball, there's only 60 picks.
I know, there's only 2 rounds.
And if you're not picked in the NBA, you are going to play in some small shit league.
Like the G League.
Like the G League. Not even the G League. You're going to be playing in PBA. You're going to be playing... not to crap on these smaller leagues. Some of them are really good. We obviously have a very small league team here.
Yeah.
Where we live. But
Rochester Diamondbacks.
Razor Sharks.
Yeah. Sorry, don't listen to me. I'm stupid.
No, so
Razor Sharks.
Nothing against them. They run a very good show. I love and respect everybody there. I know the owners personally. I have nothing but love and respect for them. But it's a small league. You're not going to make half the money that you would going pro. Granted, the women don't make enough money as it is.
Right.
Doing the pro stuff. Of course, the women's soccer team was the butt of an SNL joke this week.
Of course they were.
Yeah. I actually took offense to that. It was a mean joke. It was a very mean-spirited joke about their pay, and I think it's something that needs to be addressed. Not to get political, but it is something, obviously. But going back to the main point of this, the rule should be 3 years, regardless. It's 3 years to go to the NFL. Hockey, you can obviously go anywhere. But I get it. It's hard to make that rule because you got players coming from overseas every year. And you're going to lose players to overseas. But maybe you need to make a rule that says these overseas players need to come over here and play college. Maybe you say red shirt can play 2 years, but 3 years is the minimum. Because at least then you have a degree and you don't have to make $70,000, $80,000 playing in a smaller league. Granted, playing in a smaller league is not a terrible thing. But if you plan on going pro and you don't make it, there's a backup plan. There's a college degree.
Yeah, I still think that a lot of these players should do 4 years before going into the pros, just in case if it doesn't work out, you still have a college degree. in your back front. But that's how. I was just gonna say a prime example of a one and done player that went from college to the NBA is Zion Williamson right now.
Yeah.
Not saying he's a bad player. He's
No,
gonna have a
it's
great career.
I
He's averaging almost 30 points a game.
here's the
And
thing.
he's
Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish your point.
a big dude, and he plays like a point guard. I don't know if you've ever seen this man play in the NBA, but when I saw even seeing him in Duke, he just is a dunk machine, and the way that he moves that basketball and how big he is it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna get. But he also got coached under Coach K, so that kind of gives you a little bit of more of an edge heading into the NBA. You already are that big star. You're gonna be the big man at campus, like we said on
Yeah,
last.
big man on campus, baby.
Yep, exactly. So, but you're not gonna get that kind of player every single time. That's just gonna be one and done, and then have 2 great years after getting drafted and stuff like that.
I'm not.
It's just not gonna always happen. So, please,
Yeah.
and NBA, do what NFL does and
Hmm.
at least let them play a few
Make
years
them
in
play.
college.
Not even let them. They want to go to the NBA. Make them play 3 years in college.
Make them earn it. Make them earn
Yeah.
the reason. Like, show us the real reason why they should be in the NBA. Just because you have one good year doesn't mean you're gonna do well in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zion might be the one exception.
Yeah.
But it takes a while. Not every player is gonna come in and have instant success like him. So, like I said,
But
it takes a while. College is way different than NBA. I mean,
I
you play a lot of zone. You play a lot of press. 1-3-1, 2-2-1.
very creative stuff.
1-2-2, 1-2-2,
Gonzaga's
3-2.
Gonzaga's is scary, by the way. We'll talk about the breakdown in a second, hopefully, but just thought I'd throw that out there.
But yeah, I know. I don't know if you want to go more into detail about who is our picks of
So
the national championship
we'll
game.
make our picks at the end here. We still got a little ways to go in this. Obviously, I'm on CBS right now. It's The Neighborhood. I thought it would be a little bit more of a pregame, seeing how much you've invested into this whole national championship package with Turner. So I'm kind of a little disappointed in CBS right now that they aren't doing a pregame, a legitimate pregame.
They probably will at like 8:30.
It's at 8:30, but you should have given a little more for a pregame than you did.
I mean,
it's
freaking-
it's the national freaking championship.
come on now. Even like the Super Bowl gets a freaking couple hours of a pre-show beforehand.
Yeah.
How come the national championship game doesn't?
Well,
Even
even
for football, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the national championship game for football gets a longer pre-show than the freaking NCAA does.
And can I also point out something else here? So the national championship for the women's side was yesterday. It started at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. Why is the men's national championship starting at 9:30?
9:20, I think.
And the women's has to play. Well, I mean, I get it. It's a weekend. But why couldn't the women, if you had to show the local news on ABC? Here's the thing. So some of the women's tournament was shown on the ABC network. Why isn't the women's on the ABC network? Why was it on ESPN and Why was it on ESPN? Then moved over to ESPN2 when the Sunday Night Baseball started. Put it on ABC. This is, you can commit all you want to equality,
Yeah.
but this isn't equal coverage whatsoever. This is, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of subscribers to ESPN, but put it on ABC. It's free cable. If you can't get ABC, you're not in the right place.
No, not at all.
So, but just thought I'd point that out. But I wanted to go back actually to the college statement about you talking about Zion here. My claim here is not on the talent. My claim is on the return on investment for the scholarships, number one. That's the issue I have. All these colleges invest so much in these scholarships, they lose money on these scholarships. This is a big slap to the face to these colleges that offered that scholarship in a way. That's my opinion. Then on top of it, you're just cheating yourself because you get a serious injury. Look at Jabari Parker. Jabari Parker was supposed to be the next big thing out of Duke when he came out. Now he's lucky if he can get anywhere in his career.
I'm pretty sure he's like. I think the last destination he was in Chicago.
Was it Greg Oden as well?
Yeah, Greg Oden was supposed to be big, and then he had injuries and just sucked.
You get a college degree with that scholarship. Even if you don't make it in the NBA, you have no debt, probably, or very little. I'll go very little.
Well, with a scholarship, you should have everything basically paid for you.
Maybe we'll dedicate a special to this whole thing, because this is kind of something that was big in research. But I just thought I'd throw that out there.
I'd be totally fine by that. Maybe we can do it like one of these days that we just had some free time. Do like a what if? What if scenario?
I don't know about a what if, but kind of the research on why 3 years might be better than 1 year, or 1 year might be better than 3 years, something like that. Maybe we'll commit to something like that down the road. But anyway, you could tell we're kind of shooting the shit, guys, right?
Hey, we're live.
Hey, we're live.
This is
it's
not
8:25.
Sometimes better stuff comes, unscripted live than it does scripted and unlive.
To be fair, we're not scripted whatsoever tonight. So this could go one way or the other going forward.
Exactly. But usually we are scripted. We have like a list of
We're scripted. We're just...
Today we do not. We kind of just like...
We're scripted. We're just raw. You can tell I don't let Zach live that down.
I'm not going to say anything to that.
You could tell I won't let Zach live it down.
Yep.
Oh boy.
If you watch the Canteen podcast, oh, actually no, that's not even on this Canteen, but he called us very raw.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right, because
you could tell I won't let Zach live it down.
We can be a little bit more professional.
Oh boy. But yeah, so
I don't know. I was just trying to think of something else to really say. I don't know. I guess.
All right. So
I guess it could be worse. It could be people not even going to college itself. Can you imagine that? Like a Kobe situation. He never went to college. He went straight out of high school.
Yeah.
So did LeBron.
But that shouldn't have been allowed. And you knew if LeBron went to college, he would have gone to Ohio State. There's no denial there.
For sure.
And they're not the Ohio State anymore. It's Ohio State. You lost the when you lost to Oral Roberts.
And it's not even Buckeyes anymore. It's Deadeyes.
Nah.
It's Ohio State Deadeyes.
No, I said it's fucked eyes. Okay, you got fucked in the you got fucked in the football championship. You got fucked in the college basketball tournament. You are the fuck guys going forward. The fucked eyes. FUCKEDEYES. Just thought I'd clear that because I came in a little. I didn't clarify it one show, and I think we got the wrong idea.
But you know what? They were going up against the Crimson Tide. What do you expect?
Yeah. So I got the breakdown here. So I'm looking at some of the stats. Let me take a look at 3-point field goal attempts here. Let's see. Where's Gonzaga? Where is Baylor? They're not even top 50 in this category. So Alabama's leading that category. Oh, Gonzaga is tied for 58th. So they are ahead of Baylor in 3-point field goal attempts. Assist turnover ratio. Gonzaga's ranked 5th. Assists per game. Gonzaga leads that category. That's their strength.
Which can definitely come in handy.
But Baylor's top 10.
Yeah, assist to turnover.
Yeah. So then blocked shots per game. And frankly, looking at this, I'm shocked Baylor isn't ranked up there because I have touted their their defense the last few games in the tournament.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're not in the top 50. Bonnies are ranked 70. That's good. Sorry, I'm scrolling through trying to find where they're ranked. They're not even ranked top 100. So I'll move on. Defensive rebounds.
Baylor should be up there, right?
Bonnies are ranked 70. That's good. Sorry, I'm scrolling through trying to find. Not even top 50. They're not even ranked top 100. Wright State is ranked number 1, but they are not here tonight, are they?
Huh. Nope.
Yeah, I don't see any of these two anywhere in the top 100 for that, so I'll move on. Can't be ranked high in every category, right? Fewest fouls. In other words, fewest times the ref blew the whistle for whatever reason. Howard had a huge gap in that. Anywhere in the top 100 for that, so I'll move on. Let's see. Again, we're live, guys, so
bear with us.
Bear with us here. We did not look this up beforehand, and again, we're not scripted, so we're kind of just going as we go here. So, fewest fouls, both don't look like they're in the top 100. Bear with us here. We did not look this up beforehand. And again, we're not scripted, so we're kind of just going. My big thumbs aren't hitting the numbers right. So, no, none of them are in the top 100 for that category, so we move on. Fewest turnovers. Howard leads the way in that, but again, I think they played way less games because it looks like it's a dramatic one there. So, no, none of them are in the top 100 for that category, so we move on. Fewest turnovers. All right. Come on, page 2. All right. Gotta love technology, guys.
Yeah, they say smartphones, but they're not very smart, are they?
No, none of them are top 100 in fewest turnovers. You would think they would be, being the two teams that are playing for the national championship. Alright, field goal percentage. Here's one. Oh, Gonzaga is number 1 in field goal percentage. 55%.
Oh, wow.
In 31 games.
That's going to play a big factor, I think, in today's game. They're 55% from the field goal range.
But 55 doesn't mean anything if it's a good defense.
Which Baylor does have.
Baylor was 15th 48.7 or 48.8%. Sorry, I forgot to round up. It's 48.76. Round up. So 48.8. 55 doesn't mean anything.
If we're rounding up, it's about 49%, isn't it?
I failed math class. No. All right. Field goal percentage on defense. Houston led the way. So this is the opponent's field goal percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Houston led the way. Where was that last game?
Yeah, where was that last game? 'Cause,
We're not even going to recap the Houston game. That was just total domination.
I'm pretty sure Baylor here led by over 20 a few different times in that game. So there was definitely no defense in that game from Houston at all.
Houston led the way. Where was that last game? Syracuse in the top 50 for that. We're not even going to recap. But I just thought I'd point that out. Let's see.
So Baylor's not even top of that list at all.
None of them are on this list. In the top 100.
From what I'm hearing, I'm expecting to be a very high-scoring offensive kind of game.
Here's the next big stat. Free throw attempts. Gonzaga ranks third.
And I
No
think
surprise.
I will honestly think that free throws are going to make a big difference down in the stretch of this game, though.
Yeah, that's why I said, honestly, this is the biggest. But keep in mind, attempts mean nothing if you can't make them.
Then what's their free throws made?
Let's see. Do they have that here? Free throw. Let's actually just skip free throws made to free throw percentage. Oh, guess who's leading the way in free throw percentage? And I noted this, I think, on our show a few weeks ago.
Who?
Oral Roberts.
Yeah, but where was that when that really mattered?
Do they have that here? Let's see.
Nowhere to be found, was it?
None of them are top 50. Oh, guess who's leading the way in free throw percentage? And I noted this, I think, on our show a few weeks ago. Oral Roberts.
Yeah, but where was that when that really mattered?
Gonzaga is number 91 on that. So if it comes down to free throws, I think I'd put my money on Gonzaga.
Especially down the stretch of the game.
All right. Let's see. What else is a big stat that we can pull up here? Okay, 3-point field goal percentage we got to pull up. Baylor leads the way in that department. 41.23%. If you can shoot over 40% in a game, you're probably going to win.
Especially as a team, yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely. So if you're Gonzaga, if you're looking at Baylor, you better be ready to defend the 3-point arc.
As scary as Baylor's defense is to me, their offense or their defense is just as scary, I should say.
Well, their offense and defense sounds pretty scary to me.
Gonzaga has the ability to go to a press. And it's a 1-2-2, I believe. And it's scary because you don't know when they're going to bring it. You call a timeout in the backcourt, they're going to press you. That's just how they play. They're aggressive. And sorry, I was looking over to see if the championship pregame is on it. So the actual one is on CBS right now. But if you don't want to hear Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, or if you don't want to hear Charles Kenny or Clark, stay here.
Yeah.
Granted, we're not rehearsed, so who knows if you want to hear us at the end of the day.
But we are very entertaining.
And we love you. No, just kidding. Oh boy, they're interviewing Mark Few right now, which, as we read through those stats, I should note as well, again, I'm going to maintain this. Gonzaga should be in the Pac-12, and I think UCLA was a good indication of why. Because, you know, it would be more entertaining to watch, number one. They'd be in closer games. You can say, oh, USC, they blew them out, so they would have done the same thing in the Pac-12 as they're doing in the WCC. No. Okay. USC has never been that good of a program in basketball. So, to me, that result was somewhat expected. Now, UCLA has always had a prestigious program. Always. They're the class of the field.
Right.
Okay? They're like men's basketball royalty. They may not have been that good in recent years, but they've always been royalty. Okay, John Wooden. That is why. But they'd play teams like that. I think, Oregon State played very well. They were honestly underrated. I think Gonzaga would have a challenge. And then we could say, well, now they absolutely deserve to be. I'm not saying they don't deserve to be here tonight. That three-point shot at the end is the exact reason they deserve to be here tonight. It's a lucky shot. It's a once-in-a-lifetime shot. But, yeah.
Well, what the funny thing about that shot is, I'm pretty sure when I was making up the bracket, that's what I was expecting from the actual national championship game. And who knows, it could still happen. There could still be it still very much could be a game-winning three. But I didn't expect it in a Final Four game like that at all.
To me, though, nothing will top that Villanova-UNC one. Nothing.
Hard to believe that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That was just awesome. Honestly, like I said, I flipped to the I didn't watch much of that national championship, but when I saw how close that final minute was, I'm like, I need to get this on the TV. I don't know what's going on, but it needs to be on my TV right now. So it is right now 8:40. I don't know if you want to go more into who we think is going to win and why. Let's give it another 10 here. We still don't have many comments, though.
Okay.
So, like I said, I want to push it a little bit further back. No, not at all. I'm the only one watching, apparently, so... Hi, me! No, but...
Come on, people. We're not boring.
Come on. Come on. Charles doesn't know anything. He just runs his mouth. We're the real deal.
So does Shaq.
Shaq's not there tonight, though, so...
Okay, he gets the pass.
Yeah.
But Kenny the Jet Smith and Charles Barkley are... they like to, act like they know everything, but they don't.
Yeah. Clark's pretty good. So we'll see what Clark Kellogg has to say. It looks like Miley Cyrus is performing now.
Oh God, why? Oh God, why?
If it makes you guys feel any better and you don't want to watch Miley Cyrus, maybe I can, or maybe you do want to watch Miley Cyrus and you're stuck watching us, maybe I can twerk on camera for you guys. No, we won't do that. We won't do that. We'll get banned from here.
Yeah, please don't. You don't need to scare little children.
Don't need to scare grown-ass men.
Exactly. You don't want to scare anybody away.
Oh boy. Yeah, so now... Alright, they're in commercial. But I guess now we actually really didn't talk much about that Baylor-Houston game, but Houston looked off. Let's put it that way.
You know what? I'll be the first one to come here and admit where I was wrong. I said that it wouldn't shock me that Houston would come in and win the game. I was totally wrong by that statement.
Well, with Giroux, I thought it was, Giroux was playing well. Grimes was shooting lights out. I thought they would give Baylor a run for their money, but Baylor is an aggressive defensive team, and obviously we mentioned how good they are at 3-point percentage. We mentioned how good they are shooting as well. Mitchell's been their top star. I thought this game would be a lot closer than it was. And Houston, I forget, one of them never lost to the other. I believe Houston never lost to Baylor up till that night. So, hey, surprise.
Things change.
So,
different year, different time.
Yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, not much to really say about that. I mean, it's clear that Baylor's defense showed up in that game. Very, very clear.
And I will say it definitely led to offense. Defense led to offense, and they just kept on scoring, and Houston just couldn't stop.
Yeah. So
Down
I
from
guess
that offensive barrage.
So I guess my key for tonight is, it's gonna be, to me, it's gonna be a defensive game. I don't see a way around it. Gonzaga, you're gonna have to contain their shooters, obviously. You're gonna have to contain their defense.
And you want to contain them from shooting those threes, because with that kind of field goal percentage as a team, you do not want them to start getting hot from 3-point range.
And
maybe you start getting them some contested shots, and then maybe you have a chance of being able to win this game. But we'll see. It's easier said than done.
And don't go down early. I think that's the biggest thing for Gonzaga as well. Don't go down early, because you saw, I saw most of the game they had to fight their way back in.
What Houston did?
UCLA would allow Gonzaga to get back within range. Then UCLA would take the lead once again. I think they can't play from behind in this game with how good Baylor's defense has been in this tournament. I think they get down early. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game. I really don't. I don't see the score getting above 80. I'll say that. I don't think any team gets above 80 tonight.
Yeah, I think I had this a high-scoring game, if I remember correctly, and it still wouldn't shock me.
I mean,
because who knows,
And if it's close, it's gonna come down to free throws, obviously.
And we definitely know who you would rather take on the free throw line than the other.
Oh yeah. We'll obviously make our predictions in a few minutes, but as far as Baylor goes, be ready to be kept on your toes, I think is the big thing, because you know how quick Gonzaga can change up their defense. Mark Few is not afraid to go to a press early. He's not afraid to go to it often. He's not afraid to double team. I could write a Dr. Seuss book about it. He's not afraid to double team. He's not afraid. No, I'm not that poetic. But no, Mark Few is a very aggressive coach, and he's not afraid to change the tone of this game with the flip of a switch. So, but Larry Drew's the same. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous about this, but we're closing in on 8:50. We're closing in on making our picks. I guess your keys are probably the same here.
Oh, keys to the game. You wanna, if you're Gonzaga, don't let them start, getting hot from the 3-point range. Don't let them start trapping you. If you start getting trapped, you're going to turn the ball over. If you're Gonzaga, you want to try to get into the paint and get fouled as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, their free throw percentage is a lot higher than Baylor's.
Mhm. And
So,
Gonzaga has no problem getting into the paint.
like I said, if Baylor finds a way to trap you inside the paint, try to shoot it, push it out, and see if you can, work your
Mhm.
way back from the 3-point, arc inside again, pass the ball around. Now, if you're Baylor, better be ready for Gonzaga to bring the offensive pressure. So you definitely want to tighten up your defense. Whether
Yeah.
it's a tight man-to-man, or whether it's a tight 2-3 zone, a 3-2, 1-2-2, 3
I don't think they'll
1-3-1.
run a zone, but I mean, probably a 1-2-2 I think is the realistic approach here.
You
Um,
really want to try anything you can to take Gonzaga out of the game. If you're Baylor, you have the better defense, and defense leads to championships. So
hmm,
it's tough to tell. I really do think that maybe Baylor can have a slight edge. I still want to say that offense might be the slight edge in this game,
yeah.
because if I saw anything from that UCLA Gonzaga game, it looked pretty close.
Hmm,
It was close, tight, close
yeah.
defensive game towards the end.
I
But
don't know
what
about
mattered most,
defensive. If you can get to 90 points in a college
yeah,
basketball game, it's not a
it was
defensive game.
it was very high scoring. But but hitting a three like that, I don't know if it's luck. I don't know if it's skill.
That's luck.
All I know,
That
all I know is you had to be lucky to hit a shot like that,
in
because
if he did this in the regular season a few times, that's just skill. You do that once in the Final Four on the world's biggest stage in basketball.
yeah,
I'm sorry, it's a bigger stage than the NBA Finals. Very, very much bigger. And you can do it on that court
hmm
with the scouts watching, with the pros watching. That's luck.
and that's how you can get yourself into the pros right there, is hitting a shot like that.
Yeah, that's luck and that's clutch.
'Cause
Two very good things.
A lot of those scouts are gonna be like, "Hey, you remember that player that hit that big game-winning shot to lead them into the national championship game?" They're gonna be talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
You saw LeBron and Dwayne Wade were very happy with that shot. Dwayne Wade was very happy with the celebration on the table.
yeah, that was very
I'm shocked
Dwayne Wade-esque.
I'm shocked he got away with that. That's all I gotta say. But it is the end of the game, so hey. But with that, let's not let Jason wait any longer, because I could tell he's itching to make his pick. But can I just start out because I had a very bad track record in this tournament? Since I think that's how they do it on the actual pregame shows, is they let the worst guy make the pick first.
Yeah, you can
So-
make the pick, Mister. I think I was gonna choose Iowa to win it all.
No, I didn't choose Iowa. I chose Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. Oh, sucks to be you, man.
Hey, by the way, Juwan Howard, AP Coach of the Year. Very well deserved.
Yes, it is very well deserved.
But anyway, I think this game is going to come down to a few different things. And I say it every game. But this one more significantly because it's going to be such a defensive game. Free throws, number one. Always going to be number one on that list in these close games. Free throws. Points in the paint is number two. Actually, I'm going to add a surprise third one, too. Bench points.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be huge.
Okay. Those three things, I think Gonzaga has a little deeper bench. They've obviously got a little better free throws. Baylor has the better defense, though, and that actually is number, not in any particular order now, but defense is in that 4 range. So, I mean, to me, Baylor had a very convincing win against Houston. Oh, sorry. I want to look up the odds as well, but yeah. So, I think it's going to come down to those few things. Gonzaga has a 4.5 under. I don't know if I take the 4.5 under, but I think Gonzaga had a convincing win. I'm gonna lean with them by 2, 2 to 6 in that range.
I want to say the under should be more 1.5. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what the analysts are saying. Because the defense is definitely going to be that factor, so it's probably going to be a very low scoring, close game. 1.5 is definitely pretty close there. You know my pick. I'm going to say it again and again and again. It's Gonzaga all day. I'm going to say within probably 2 points as well. Maybe 2 to 3, depending. I'm actually going to change my mind. I said it was going to be off of a game-winning 3. I think it's going to be actually... I think it's going to be probably one of those, like, layups that you see. It's going to be tied. It's going to be like one of those layups, like a Dirk Nowitzki type layup shot that helped the Mavs beat the Heat back in the day with that nice little layup. Nothing beats that big old, I think, 15-point comeback that they had in the 2011 finals. And no, I'm not going to let you live that one down.
Sorry to our younger viewers.
But who knows? It could be a 2. It could be even a free throw. It could be a game-winning free throw. That's why it wouldn't shock me if this game came down to free throws that won the game.
I think it's going to come down to free throws. I really think, like every other game, it's going to come down to that. I was going to go against Gonzaga, but I think every time I make the argument that they are in a weak conference, they don't deserve to be here, they keep proving me wrong. So I just want to be right, just for once. Now watch, I'll be wrong, and then I'm going to be cursing.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm going to be cursing all morning, Sunday morning. Every other word out of my mouth is going to be the F-bomb, and we're just going to, thankfully the show is not listed for kids under the COPPA rules, because we would have been banned a long time ago.
Oh yeah, of course we would.
But especially after that show.
I guess I'll say this: it would not shock me if Baylor ends up shocking us all and winning it. But
I don't know if you're watching, by the way, right now. But does Scott Drew kind of look like a balding Jim Nance?
I do not have my TV on. I'm probably going to turn it on very shortly, so just give me a quick sec.
Sorry. Before we end here, I do want to kind of point this out. So, does Scott Drew kind of look like a balding Jim Nance? Okay. Let's see. So I got Jim Nance here. I'm going to look up Scott Drew. Before we end here, I do want to kind of point this out. So,
sorry about that. I'll unplug my headphones for a sec. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Here's Jim Nance. Let's see. So I got Jim Nance here. I'm going to look up Scott Drew. Let me just move it up closer.
Yeah, I can see it.
So there's Jim Nance. Now here's Scott Drew.
Wow, that's scary. They do look pretty scary.
I thought I was like half drunk there for a second, but he kind of does look like Jim Nantz. I wonder if he just goes in the locker room and says, "Hello, friends. We're getting ready for our first ever national championship together. Bill, what do we have to do in this game?" Oh, shoot, Tony's here. Jim, I'll tell you what they need to do. Okay. We'll stop the impressions.
I've seen this before. He's going to hit the three. There! Right there!
Oh, boy. On that note, guys, it's 8:58. I know the game doesn't start for another half hour. I mistimed this pretty badly. If I had known it didn't start till 9:30, we probably wouldn't have started till 8:30. But I only wanted to go an hour. We'll get off so you can watch their picks and so we can watch the game. I'll probably fall asleep in the middle of it because I've been up since 4:30. But hey, tune in this Sunday. We'll have the full recap on the game. We'll talk that at the beginning of the show. We got plenty of other NFL news. Sam Darnold just got traded. That'll probably be at the front of it.
And you'll find out where.
Well, if you haven't already, you'll find out where. You'll find out our reactions. You've got a few more coaching changes. I've got a little rant on one of them. Again, per usual.
A certain someone just retired.
Yeah. That's definitely in the coaching carousel.
And you'll just have to watch the Sunday to find out.
You'll have to watch this Sunday, or you'll have to listen this Sunday to hear our reactions on all that news. Again, tune in Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, many other stations that you can listen to us on. But that is all for us here on this SCN National Championship special. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know your picks in the comments. And be sure to follow us on social media. And also check out the Canteen Podcast. I'm sure they'll be recapping the National Championship as well on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Go check out SCN Unloaded. I believe it's in the description. I'm not going to ramble on any longer. But hey, we'll see you guys on Sunday morning. Till then, guys, goodbye, everyone.